We're starting to hear more about the upcoming FX Alien Earth streaming series, and I managed to get my hands on something incredible. A USB drive containing 5 unreleased videos recovered from the wreckage of Weyland Yutanis USCSS Maginot. A bit of a tease for what's to come. But before we break it all down, let's get right into the important part, the recovered footage.
Hello, you little rascal. How you keep on dropping it, huh? I'm your boss. Remember who got you the job. Where you going?
Maybe the ocean. That's probably what I miss most. And it's not people. Everyone I know is dead.
Not everyone. They might as well be. The kids are older than me now. Hand me that 3-8. Hand me that 3-8.
If you couldn't go back to Earth, where would you go?
Arcturus, maybe.
Gross. Watch it.
Pick a card. Richie, that's you. You're projecting.
I know.
Hey, kitty, kitty. So I want to see me beat this big bad guy.
Flora or fauna?
I'm not sure. Maybe both.
Right.
Still running tests. Jen. Hey, troublemaker. Trying to get a look inside? Yeah. Let's get you somewhere safe.
Grab the fire extinguisher! Hurry up! Come on! Move!
The first file opens with a Weyland Yutani logo and a warning, restricted access. Video data recovery file 5560-01. USCSS Maginot, Deep Space Exploration Vessel, Prodigy City crash site. If you've been following the series, you might remember that back in September of 2022, and again in April 2023, AVP Galaxy shared concept art for Alien Earth, and 2 of those images depicted the wreckage of the Maginot in Prodigy City, one of the 5 competing corporations in the series alongside Weyland Yutani, Lynch, Dynamic, and Threshold. Along with the clips, I received a case with swag and a card from Prodigy Corp, a cool looking bear with teased up fur and a heavy chain necklace, which may be a nod to Teddy Ruxpin, which would fit in with the series' focus on artificial intelligence. On the back, the message reads, "The enclosed case was recovered from a recently crashed Weyland Yutani vessel. Please inspect all elements and report your findings. We suspect there is important information pertaining to Weyland Yutani's deep space programs that could be of use to the corporation. Files on the data drive may offer clues to the ship's mission. Currently, the wreckage site is unstable. However, Prodigy Corporation teams are working to secure the area. We expect to have containment by the evening of March 7th. At that time, representatives will inspect the site and see what else can be recovered. It can be found at these coordinates. Prodigy Corporation appreciates your compliance and discretion in this highly sensitive matter. Signed, Prodigy Corporation." The coordinates are for South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, and on the 7th and the 8th, they'll have a wreckage site experience that will feature alien specimens. The first recovered video features Amir Boutros as Rahim, and a cat who is our guide throughout these clips, and a nice throwback to Jones or Jonesy, the Nostromo's famous feline survivor, originally brought aboard for rodent control. Rahim mentions that he got the cat onto the ship, presumably for the same duties, as he reattaches a camera to its collar. We first see the Maginot's bridge, catching a glimpse of a ship console that looks and even sounds like the ones on the Nostromo, which will land on LV-426 just 2 years later. There's a break in the video, and now the cat is in Corridor C, facing a familiar looking set, a ladder leading to multiple decks, and a pair of spacesuits and their equipment in storage. The cat lets out a low, anxious whine like it's scared. Jonesy had some false scares where he hissed at the crew, but he was also terrified of the alien and knew when it was around. A banging sound can be heard. A door opens, and then we cut to the familiar looking mother interface room. Our cat friend jumps up to the console where it reads out a slightly different wording on Special Order 937 as it was seen in Alien, though it has the same intention. Priority 1, acquisition and safe return of all organisms for analysis. All other conditions, secondary. But as the screen cuts out, we see that it lists specimens, multiple ovomorph, additional restricted, status, contained, risk, high, and the rest is unreadable. An ovomorph is shown in a recent teaser, and it's the original strain as seen in the egg chamber on LV-426. But what does additional restricted refer to? More alien specimens or something worse? Labeled 02 Maginot Recov 3592-07, this clip takes us to Corridor L5, where 2 crew members are working in an industrial section of the ship with classic Parker and Brett vibes. One of them says that he misses whiskey and the ocean, but not people, because most of the people he knew are dead, and even his kids would be older than him now, echoing Ripley's heartbreaking revelation in the Alien Special Edition, where she discovers the fate of her daughter, Amanda Ripley, who has passed on at the age of 66 while she drifted in hypersleep. The 2 workers also name drop Arcturus, referring to the first sentient alien species encountered by humans.
Sure wouldn't mind getting some more of that Arcturian poontang. Remember that time?
Yeah, bro. The one that you had was male.
It doesn't matter when it's Arcturian, baby.
The third file is 03 Maginot Recov 4469-95, and it begins in Corridor H3, just outside of the mess hall. It's part of the white paneled crew sections of the ship, yet I like how from the cat's view, you can see the dirt and damage on the well-worn vessel. Now inside the mess hall, Rahim plays Jen with a crew member played by Karen Aldridge, and he asks her, is it flora or fauna? Her answer, we're not sure, maybe both, still running tests. Could this be referencing the strange growths in the lab? The ovomorphs? Or maybe something related to the engineered pathogen, where mutated life, at least in early concept art by Carlos Huante, could blur the lines between plant and animal. Next up, we have 04 Maginot Recov 6188-14, and it takes place in what is called the Zoo Lab. The name is significant, as we've already seen teasers featuring a sheep, a bizarre flying insect-like creature, and various alien-like growths contained in the storage units. This strongly suggests that the Maginot's crew was experimenting with various creatures as hosts for the Xenomorphs. We have seen a Xenomorph in a teaser, but it looks different, smaller, its head shorter and less curved. It also lacks dorsal tubes, resembling the runner from Alien 3, which was born from an ox or a dog. This begs the question, did Weyland Yutani know what they were looking for before they even left? Why bring animals with you if you don't know what you're going to find? Or maybe these creatures are all found on the moon where the alien specimens are discovered. After all, it looks very Earth-like and with a breathable atmosphere. Perhaps it's LV-223, the moon from Prometheus, or some other moon that was seeded by the engineers. We don't get a good look into any of the containers with the alien material, but I did see something moving or breathing in one of them briefly. I also like how she says, "Hey troublemaker, trying to get a look inside?" Directly mocking internet sleuths like us, trying to pry every bit of information free from the recovered files. The containers here are marked 021-23, which may be tied to the XX121 from the official name of the Xenomorph, though I should mention that the container holding the strange flying creature in the teaser was labeled 008-6. The final recovered file is labeled 05 Maginot Recov 2259-31, and we are watching the cat as it enters a cryo chamber, and the pods bear a strange variation of Ron Cobb's semiotic standard, the symbol system seen throughout Alien and Romulus with variants of it in other films. I couldn't find the symbol here on any of the charts online, but it seems to mix the symbols for storage and refrigeration. However, in Cobb's original notes, black symbols indicate vacuum, death, or hazard, so these people could be carrying chest bursters or some other form of alien infection. One survivor, Morrow, whose name tag is just like the ones on the Nostromo, is listed in all 8 episodes of Alien Earth, so he does survive, but how? Was his burster removed, or are these people simply in cryosleep? But then the cat is interrupted by a siren and some of the crew who yell out, "Grab the fire extinguisher," possibly for an acid blood leak or its damage, and it also sounds like something is chasing them, which could be the source of the outbreak that takes down the ship. The webbing in the containers is curious as well. It's almost like alien hive webbing, but in a yellow to brownish color. Then there's the ship's name, Maginot. It's almost certainly a reference to the Maginot Line from World War II, a massive defensive barrier between France and Germany that ultimately failed despite its scale, while the term Maginot Line has since come to symbolize a false sense of security. Was this ship meant to remain safely in space, conducting controlled experiments, only for something to go horribly wrong? Now with the wreckage lying in Prodigy City, the concept art suggests that the ship is still somewhat intact, which begs the question, did anything alien survive, including infected crew members? I was lucky enough to get an email that asked if I wanted to receive a mailer from FX for Alien Earth, and of course I said yes. And that's how I got the recovered video files on an Alien Earth branded USB stick. But it came in this sweet Weyland Yutani case that had the card from Prodigy Corp, a cat leash and tag, a coffee cup, a hat, and a deck of cards. Hopefully we'll see more of the experiments at the South by Southwest experience, and let me know if you see anything in the videos that I missed. Thanks for watching, take care, and I hope to see you next time.